Hey there, I'm Connor Raymond. That's me right there. I graduated from Arcadia High School in 2016, and like you, I participated in Market Day. That's right, Mr. Guy's favorite project is a tradition that goes way back, even before my time. Me and a group of bright young lads teamed up to make the famed Slater Nation long sleeve t-shirt. It was dedicated to Principal Slater, Arcadia's fearless leader at the time. Anyway, I sure hope that you're as enthusiastic about Market Day as I was. This will be a great opportunity for you to gain real business experience and have fun while you're at it.
Okay, Connor, so what's this video all about?
Great question, me with a digitally pitch-shifted voice. Well, let me answer your question with another question. What is marketing? We'll get to that in just a sec because I'm sure right now you're wondering, what gives this dude the idea that he can lecture me about business? Well, it isn't because my group absolutely knocked Market Day out of the ballpark, which we did. We sold every single shirt and went home with an A+. But no, it's because now I'm a senior at Arizona State University and I'm on my way to getting a marketing degree from the W.P. Carey School of Business. And now I'm in no way a marketing expert, but having taken a whole bunch of business classes, I've learned a thing or two about business marketing. It's a very exciting field of study, and I'm hoping that I'll be able to teach you some things that'll help guide you through this semester as you prepare for Market Day. That's why I'm here. And hey, this video might even encourage some of you to consider marketing as your focus in college. All right, so without further ado, here is a short introduction to marketing. So, back to my first question. What is marketing? Well, here's a definition from Google. The action or business of promoting and selling products or services, including market research and advertising. Now, this definition isn't bad, but I think we can add a couple points. I think that marketing also includes communicating, delivering, and exchanging offerings that hold values for not only customers, but also stakeholders, partners, and society as a whole. And then, of course, there's my favorite summary of marketing, which is creating needs and wants that previously did not exist. That is exactly what you'll be doing with your Market Day product. Now that we have a definition, let's discuss the three main concepts of marketing strategy. STP. Learn it, live it, love it, because this acronym represents the foundation of your marketing efforts. The STP approach is actually relatively new, as marketing efforts used to be based around the product rather than the customer, but today the STP model is the most useful approach when it comes to creating marketing communication plans and deciding on the optimal marketing mix, which is a concept we'll discuss in just a little bit. Okay, so I've said STP like 3 times now without telling you what the letters are. It stands for segmenting, targeting, and positioning. Let's break this down a little bit further. Segmenting. This is the first step of STP. Market segmentation is the process of dividing a large consumer market full of existing and potential consumers into subgroups or segments. In order to develop these customer segments, market research must be conducted. Researchers segment the market based off consumers' common needs, interests, lifestyles, and demographic profiles. The main goal of segmentation is to identify profitable segments. It's also important to understand that segments are going to require different marketing programs. So why is segmentation so important in the context of service marketing? Well, let's take a look at the GAPS model of service quality, specifically the customer gap. This is the difference between customer expectations of service and a company's understanding of said expectations. Our goal is to close that gap to the best of our abilities, and that is difficult to do with insufficient relationship focus. Lack of proper market segmentation ultimately leads to poor customer relationships. So let's apply this to Market Day. Let's say you're wanting to sell a shirt. Not just a shirt. A dry fit, breathable, athletic top, great for activity. Your shirt rocks an Arcadia logo on the left breast and has the number 58 on the back, representing the school's founding year. Now let's look at Arcadia's population as a whole, approximately 1,600 students. From this group, we can identify a segment of students that are, let's say, juniors or seniors with disposable income from part-time jobs, involved in sports, and frequent purchasers of athletic wear from Nike, Adidas, Lulu, etc. Nothing too complicated, right? Now let's transition to the next part of STP. Through segmentation, we can now get more specific about our target market. A target market is a group of customers in which we aim our marketing efforts and resources toward. If your research suggests that this group of students is most likely to purchase your product, then this is the group you will target. Now, what's so important about a target market? Well, this group of customers will ultimately determine your advertising, customer experience, branding, and operations. Targeting allows you to speak to a defined audience and differentiate your brand, and also develop customer loyalty. But most importantly, targeting allows you to stay focused. Your product won't be for everyone, and that's okay. There's not a single product that's suitable for the entire population. I mean, even Morton has to differentiate itself from other salt brands. Now, the best target marketing plan starts with creating a clear buyer persona. A buyer persona is sort of like a fictional customer with specific characteristics and habits of a person in your target group. Let's look at the product that I had mentioned before, the athletic tee. Who's going to buy it? Well, Justin might. Justin is a junior on the varsity football team, and it's the off season, so he's currently working at the Henry as a busser, and he's got some cash to spend, and we know that he likes to wear Arcadia gear and Lululemon shorts to school like every day. He's also a really social guy and is involved in the student government. However, Justin isn't real. He is, however, a representation of your target market. See, creating these personas will help you better connect with your intended audience. It only takes a little bit of time to develop these personas, but it will greatly benefit your team in the long run. Now, let's move on to the P in STP. Positioning. Is this the part where you determine where to set up shop? No. Fortunately for you, you have a guaranteed spot on the grassy knoll this market day. Positioning actually refers to the place that your brand occupies in the minds of customers. Positioning allows you to differentiate yourselves from competitors. I'm sure you've noticed this before. For example, not every restaurant brand portrays themselves in the same way. Rather, McDonald's will position itself as a provider of quick, cheap, and standardized food, while Ruth's Chris Steakhouse will position itself as a provider of more luxurious experiences. Now, most companies will position themselves as cost leaders, offering products at lower prices than competitors, or will use the differentiation strategy, offering unique products that customers might not find anywhere else. So, why is positioning important to you? Well, let me give you an example from my marketing day experience. One of the teams from my semester sold wristbands that were made from 100% recycled materials. They made an Instagram page for the company and flooded it with pictures of nature and Arizona's beauty. Now, the team also announced via social media that 75% of their earnings would be donated to Environment Arizona. Needless to say, their wristbands were flying off the shelf. Why though? It's because the team did a great job of identifying their target market and branded themselves in a way that would attract those customers. So this semester, try your best to answer the question, who are we? So quick review, segmenting, targeting, and positioning, the most important concepts in marketing. Do these three things and it will certainly help you be successful this semester. Now, let's move on to marketing tactics. So now that we're talking about marketing tactics, we have to talk about the marketing mix. Now, the marketing mix is essentially a set of tools that a company or your team will be using to pursue its marketing objectives. Now, within this marketing mix is what we like to call the 7 Ps. The 7 Ps consist of product, place, price, promotion, people, process, and physical evidence. Now, all 7 Ps are essentially tools that we can manipulate or improve to change our positioning. So the first P, product, it's what you're selling. Now, it doesn't actually have to be a tangible item. For example, if you were to get your AC fixed, that would be more of a service and less of a tangible item. Now, it is so important to conduct research in order to develop a product that customers, in this case, Arcadia High School students, would really enjoy. Now, after you've developed that product, to properly market it, you have to understand what your product is. How does it represent you as a company? You have to understand your product and your brand to be successful this market day. Now, place refers to where you sell your product or service, right? Is this at a grocery store? Is this at a department store? Or is this online? Place also refers to how a product should be presented in each context, right? So if you were to go to a grocery store, you'll notice that all your dairy items are down one aisle and all your sodas are down one aisle. It would be super inconvenient if all those things were scattered across the store. So why will you be selling your products on the grassy knoll? Because that is the best place for your product to be. It is right in the middle of school where all Arcadia students can find you. Anywhere else would make no sense at all. So when it comes to price, it's important that your product is sold for an amount that your target audience deems to be good value for their money. Now, price seriously affects positioning. If you were to see a t-shirt online that was selling for $100, you're going to expect the best quality shirt. So this market day, when it comes to deciding on price, first of all, know what your costs are, because that will seriously help you determine what you should be selling your product for. Because we are trying to make money this market day after all. Lastly, take note of some of the prices that you saw last market day. If you bought a product last semester that cost $20, let's say it was a t-shirt, well, your customers this semester are going to be expecting to pay similar prices, so price accordingly. On to promotion. Now, how do we get the word spreading about our product in a way that resonates with our audience? And there's so many ways to promote a product through advertising, PR, social media, content marketing, influencer marketing. The list is almost nonstop. So find out what resonates with students from Arcadia. This may be posters around campus, or it may be an Instagram page. Either way, the goal is to make your product known. Now, people refers to the team involved in the delivery of your product. Now, you can have the best product that there is, but if the team that's selling it behaves in such a way that is off-putting to customers, your efforts are essentially shot. You'll be face-to-face with your customers this market day, so ensure that you're coming in with your best attitude. Now, process has to do with how our product gets delivered to the customer. Now, process can seriously affect a customer's experience because customers are paying for it. Think about the last time you waited too long in line at the grocery store or had a bad experience trying to buy something online. A seamless process is one way to ensure that your customers will be satisfied. The final P is physical evidence. This is the physical context that come along with your product. Think about a really expensive piece of jewelry being locked away in a glass case, or a doctor's office looking really clean. Essentially, physical evidence is all about ensuring that every component involved with your product adheres to your brand values. So this market day, make sure to display your product or wear your product. Make a cool sign and hang it up at your table. Do what you have to do to make your space attractive. So we've covered quite a lot in this video, everything from STP to the 7 Ps. But before I sign off, I want to leave you with 3 key takeaways. 1. STP is everything. With no proper segmenting, targeting, or positioning, you will not be able to build your brand. And remember to build those personas too, so that you can better connect with your target audience. Make sure that your team can answer the question, who are we? 2. Remember that the marketing mix is your set of tools. The importance of the 7 Ps lies in their ability to help a business determine the suitability of a product for your customers. Focusing on the development of your marketing mix will help you be successful this market day. And lastly, if there's anything I hope you've noticed during this video, it's that there's a lot to marketing. We're hardly just scratching the surface here. Marketing is like a giant umbrella that covers so many different activities, ideas, concepts, and strategies. So if you're interested in learning more about marketing, maybe consider it as your major in college. And besides all these points, have fun this semester and really embrace this market day project. Well, hopefully I've taught you a few things that'll help you be successful this semester. Thanks for watching.